It's your man Jay Gray's Report, and welcome to the Mick Football Preview Week 2, presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy. Now, y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Previewing all the top ball games from the Mick. Now, last week, week 1, was unbelievable. I wrote a hot joint over the weekend that you got to go check out, where I asked the question, how good can the Mick Conference actually become? Because when you got cats at the bottom that have been traditionally at the bottom doing well, it just makes the conference even better. You got duns like North Central, Lawrence North, Pike, all doing well right out the gate. Because we already know that Warren Central, Carmel, Ben Davis, Center Grove, always going to hold their own. But now, when you got other teams, the bottom, the catfishes of the conference, now playing great football, it's going to be unbelievable. So now, let's go on to the first ball game. We got number 7, North Central, going out to number 8, Hamilton Southeastern. Now, let's stop right there. North Central wasn't even ranked last week. Now, all of a sudden, these duns all the way up to number 7 because they went out there and beat the brakes off of Fishers 31-7 last week. Now, so this is what I'm talking about. Having teams like North Central in the top 10 coming out looking very well a week ago against Fishers. We had Trayvon Elliott went to work on these boys, had 3 catches, 81 yards, and my man Chinchilla O'Shea, Kevin O'Shea, got so much swag. He's pumping so much swag into the doggone North Central program that he gonna go. I'm just gonna start calling him Frank Lucas. He already got the Chinchilla on the sideline with the hat, Chinchilla all the way down to his ankles. Hey, we just gonna stop calling him Coach O'Shea. We calling him Frank Lucas for the rest of the season. Cause he's doing big things over there. That's all I'm saying. So now, will HSC come in, win this ball game at the crib? They 1-0. They beat Lawrence Central last week at the last minute, 21-20, and put some noise in the joint. So now, what do we do? Who do we pick? I'm going with Frank Lucas. I'm going with North Central to be 2-0 by the weekend's over, by the time the weekend's over. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now we got Bishop Chatard going over to play number 9, Lawrence Central. Now here's the deal. Bishop Chatard, I'll just do this for you, dog. Y'all want to put in a doctor's note? You ain't got to go out there and do that. You don't have to show up because I'm going to tell you right now, Lawrence Central losing last week at the last minute in the final seconds to HSC, they hungry. Coach Rottenberg looking for his first win in the mid-conference. Brand new coach over there. He's, like I said, the Dunn has already won 3 state championships, 2 in Ohio, 1 in Kentucky. He comes from Cincinnati Moeller. They not used to losing. So Lawrence Central is going to be hungry. They got weapons all over the field. Bishop Chatard, hey, I know y'all coughing right now. Don't even go over there. Don't even go over there, dog. They gonna beat the brakes off these boys this weekend just to prove a point that Lawrence Central is because look, they got them ranked number 9 and they 0-1. So they can't make Indy Star look bad and everybody else, the AP, everybody that's voting for them. Hey, yeah, I can feel it too. I'm coming down with a cold too. Lawrence Central beats the brakes off these boys. Let's move on to the next piece. Now, we got number 10, Lawrence North. Got to travel out to Richmond this weekend. Now, Lawrence North comes into this ball game 1-0. They rushed into the 2018 season with a 64-7 blowout of Perry Meridian. Now, here's the deal. They went from unranked to ranked number 10. Again, it's another cat out here with some swagger, Pat Mallory. Beginning of the season, during the preview, Pat Mallory said he's got a bunch of smart kids that they're going to play with a lot of confidence and they're fast. Well, Pat Mallory got so much swag right now after putting up 64 points. I saw him out at the mall last night buying some Balenciagas. That dude's gonna roll his pants leg all the way up to about his calf so you can see his Balenciagas on the sideline, dog. They got so much swag right now at Lawrence North. I feel sorry for the boys at Richmond. Now, Richmond won their ball game last week, 34-16 over Connersville. But hey, Connersville is not the Mick. Connersville does not have the talent that they gonna have when they walk in the door with all that swag and the brand new pair of Balenciagas that my man Pat Mallory gonna have on. So, hey, just make sure when you run on the sideline that you don't step on his shoes, dog. Hey, I'm going with Lawrence North to win this ball game in a blowout. Let's move on to the next piece. Now, we got Pike coming into this ball game 1-0 versus Fishers. Now, here's an interesting piece about this game. Pike is 1-0. They beat Zionsville 27-19 last week. Jason Graves had his first start, junior quarterback, went 18 of 27, 201 yards and a touchdown. First start out. So, now, Fishers, on the other end, comes into this ball game 0-1 after getting blasted by North Central. Frank Lucas and company knocked them off 31-7. So, this is the interesting piece about this ball game. Last year, during the regular season, Pike blasted these boys, put up 40 points on them in the regular season. And then both these teams met in the sectional championship last year, and Fishers came out of there on top. Won this ball game. They went on to play Ben Davis, got blasted. Ben Davis was blasting everybody, so don't take it personal. It's just how it goes down. But this is going to be an interesting one because these teams are now looking for revenge. They 1-1 against each other. So now, who wins this ball game? Well, the Pike coaching staff officially is going to be back in the mid-drift, so they're going to win this ball game. They got swag. They come out of here, win this doggone first ball game, go 1-0. Hey, this is an opportunity for the program to go 2-0 in a long time. So they on the road, but they got swag this week. They're going to have their doggone uniforms. Hey, they may be a candidate for the all-uniform team. Look out for what Pike's going to wear this weekend. So let's move on to the next piece. I got Pike winning this ball game. Now, let's go out. We got number 6, Center Grove, going out to play New Powell this weekend. Now, Center Grove got out the gate slow at the crib last weekend against number 1 Warren Central. They were down 20-0 by the half. Ended up losing the ball game 27-15. Came back in the second half. But the problem that Center Grove ran into last week, turnovers. 2 block punts, fumbles. You can't turn the ball over against a great team like Warren Central. So they had the turnovers cost them. But I will say this. Even though they lost this ball game, the Warhorse still ran like crazy. He had 26 carries, 86 yards. And look, you got to give credit to Warren Central's defense. Warren Central's defense was banging all night long. They were getting to the ball, didn't give him any running room, but he still ran hard. And also the little homie, Charlie Ogega, had 10 carries, 72 yards. He averaged 7.2 yards a carry against Warren Central. Had they not had the turnovers, but you got to give Warren Central the credit. Warren Central was ball hogging. They were all over the field, did what they needed to do. But these guys are now looking for revenge at New Powell. Once again, I got a doctor's note for you. Don't go out there, New Powell. Don't show up. These boys from Center Grove are hungry. They trying to come back, legitimately make this number 6 look right in front of their name. So, hey, I see the Warhorse running all the way to Louisville on these boys. Let's move on to the next piece. Now, we got number 1, Warren Central, going down to Louisville to play Louisville Trinity. Now, here's the deal. Like I said, last week, Warren Central came in there. I'm going to tell you, they have made the Jay Graves Report all-uniform team for the rest of the season with the metallic gold helmets they had on last week. Now, the AD, Marcus Clayton, said that they got even better looking uniforms for this weekend because they're going to be on ESPNU. So, whatever they got that's better than what they had on last week, they might win the crown for the best uniforms this year. So now, like I said, they jumped out on Center Grove 20-0. Takeaways, taking advantage of short fields, opportunities. They got weapons all over the field, starting first with the incomparable David Bell. Now, the first quarter ended, David Bell didn't have a touch, which I was scratching my head like, why is this kid not touching the ball? All of a sudden, I see that he just playing within the game. They're not trying to force the ball to him. They getting the ball around because they got other weapons. They got Romeo Elliott. This dude had 18 carries, 150 yards, running all over the place. Then Montrez Stanley, tight end, 3 catches, 30-something yards. And David Bell touches the rock 5 times, 66 yards. He's playing offense and defense, coming from the corner position, blitzing on boys, stripping boys, recovering fumbles. He had an interception in the back of the end zone, and the dumb referee didn't have the contact zone, missed it. Hey, but this is the type of program, the type of team with weapons everywhere. It's going to be hard to beat. Now, do they go down to Louisville and beat these boys in Louisville? Because remember, Louisville Trinity got beat last week up in Carmel at the last minute. Carmel knocks these boys off in the last few seconds. They were number 1 in the state of Kentucky. Now, they still the real deal. But I'm going to tell you right now, I can't bet against Warren Central. Not as good as they looked last week. So until somebody knock them off, I can't bet against them. Right now, they looking like the team to beat. Warren Central goes down to Louisville, knocks these boys off. Let's move on to the next piece. Now, Carmel, number 2 Carmel, goes out to Noblesville. Carmel had the huge win over Louisville Trinity. You know, last year, they went down to Louisville, got the brakes beat off of them. They defended themselves greatly over the last week. Defense came up big. They held Trinity to 217 yards total offense. Bo Robbins, the IU recruit, had a 40-yard fumble recovery. Went to the house. Quarterback Tyler Trent hit Sam Rogers for the game winner at the end of the ball game. Hey, I'm just saying, last week we took Coach Hebert out of the skinny jeans with the sag and put him on the LeBron short set. Now the LeBron short set was the magic that kept him. So we're going to keep him in the LeBron short set all season long. But this week, we're going to put him in the royal blue short set with some gold shoes. That's the magic they're going to have. And they're going over to Noblesville. They're going to beat the brakes off Noblesville. Noblesville got blasted last week by Cathedral 31-7. So whatever, I'm just saying, the gold shoes and the LeBron short set is what's going to take these boys all the way. Coach, even when you see me on the street, just give me a pound, man. Don't turn me upside down, take all my money. Hey, look out for all the great MIC teams this year. It's going to be really good because I'm telling you, the teams at the bottom are playing well. The teams at the top are already still playing well. So now, let's move on to the last ball game. You got number 4, Ben Davis, on a 15-game winning streak, going over to number 3, Avon. Now, Avon beat the brakes off of Plainfield last week, 44-13. But Ben Davis coming back, losing 52 seniors. Having a gang of brand new cats. They're seniors, a lot of them seniors, but they haven't played much. They come back in, beat the brakes off Tech 51-6. Delbert Mills, that done went out there, hit him for 3 touchdowns in the first half and sat out. So, question is, with both these teams, with all the hype, number 4 versus number 3, this is going to be the Jay Graves Report game of the week. Everybody's going to be there. Avon got studs all over the field. Samson James already committed to Ohio State. Everywhere you look, they got D1 prospects. So, Ben Davis has to drive over to Avon. Can they win this ball game? On a 15-game winning streak, defending state champs, they beat the brakes off everybody. Everybody licking their chops waiting on Ben Davis. So, who's going to win this ball game? You know I can't bet against Ben Davis. Not because they the defending state champs, but because I don't really believe that Avon is as good as everybody say they are. They're not playing in the MIC. So week in and week out, they're not playing the same competition that these boys in the MIC are playing. I'm just keeping it real or all the way 100, whichever comes first. Until they can prove to me they can beat the brakes off one of these teams, then I'm going with Ben Davis to come out of here with a win. It's your man, Jay Graves Report from the jgravesreport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at jgravesreport so you can holler at your boy. And also remember that this segment is presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy.